Why solar batteries pay off faster than you think? Now, most homeowners think solar batteries are just for backup power. But what if I told you that they can unlock thousands of dollars in hidden savings, shield you from utility claims, and supercharge your return on solar, paying for themselves faster than ever? If you're serious about making a smart, future ready investment, this video, you need to see this. Hey, I'm John from My Solar Home, and today we're going to dig deeper at why solar batteries are becoming essential for smart homeowners and why they pay off faster than most industry insiders are willing to admit. If you're already researching solar, chances are you've come across conflicting advice about batteries. Some installers push them hard, others say they're not worth it. But here's the truth: the value of a solar battery totally depends on your utility structure and your energy habits. Also, how you size your system. When all these three align, the ROI can outperform the most optimistic assumptions. Here's the financial logic of storage. Let's start with the most important factor: money. Now, the cost of lithium ion solar batteries has dropped nearly 89% since 2010, according to Bloomberg NEF. A properly designed battery system paired with solar can offset not just your energy usage, but also your peak demand charges and time of use TOU pricing, which have quietly become the utility industry's way of clawing back profits from solar customers. Consider this: in California, time of use rates can swing from 16 cents per kilowatt hour midday to 52 cents per kilowatt hour in the evening. A 13.5 kilowatt hour battery like the Tesla Powerwall 3 can discharge during peak rates, shifting your load and avoiding up to $150 a month in evening charges if used strategically. Annual savings from smart load shifting plus avoided peak rates, $1,200 to $1,800. That alone cuts your payback window down to 5 to 6 years without even considering the value of backup power or rate hikes. Revenge of the utilities. Rate design is changing and definitely not in your favor. Let's talk policy and market trends. Utilities are phasing out 1:1 net metering. States like California have already moved to net billing, NEM 3.0, you might have heard, where exports are valued at the avoided cost rate, often just 5 to 8 cents per kilowatt hours. Meanwhile, imports during the evening could cost you 6 times as much. States like Florida, Texas, and North Carolina are also close to implementing similar programs. Even utilities in net meter friendly states are pushing for minimum monthly bills, adding demand charges, and dynamic pricing. This means that the grid is no longer your bank, it's your tax collector. And the battery, that's your hedge. With a battery, you avoid exporting at low rates and consume your solar when it's the most valuable. That's revenue that you're keeping. Now, here's the tariff shock that you haven't heard about. Through the recently reintroduced reciprocal tariffs on countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, and South Korea, nations that many manufacturers used to circumvent the original Section 201 solar tariffs. Now that these new trade policies are closing loopholes and pushing the price per watt for solar cells and batteries by up to 20 to 60%, depending on the product. Manufacturers like QCell and Longi are already signaling price increases. And US-based battery suppliers like Enphase and Franklin are seeing a spike in demand as installers rush to buy American to avoid surcharges. Bottom line, costs are going up. And if you're waiting for prices to drop further, you're betting against supply chain dynamics, geopolitics, and domestic policy. Not a smart gamble. So let's look at some real world battery solutions. Let's look at what's happening, what's available. Here are the top contenders and how they stack up in terms of value, functionality, and ROI. Now, when you're selecting a battery, remember energy or kilowatt hours is how long the battery will power your home, and power in kW is how many devices it can run simultaneously. Let's look at the Tesla Powerwall 3. 13.5 kilowatt hours of energy capacity and 11.5 kW of power output. Integrated solar and battery inverter with DC coupling. Seamless backup with whole home capabilities. 12,500 to 14,000 installed before incentives. This is best for homeowners seeking an all-in-one simple whole home coverage-based system. 2. The Enphase IQ Battery 10C. 10 kilowatt hours of energy capacity, 7.08 kW of power output. It's AC coupled for easy retrofits, advanced monitoring via the Enphase Enlighten solution, 13,500 to 16,000 per unit installed. This is best for homes with existing Enphase systems or those looking for gradual expansion. Number 3, we have the Franklin A-Power 2, 15 kilowatt hours of energy, 10 kW of power output, AC coupled with proprietary load management and generator capacity, 14,500 to 16,500 per unit installed. This is best for people who are price conscious and looking for higher energy output and reliability. Now, the ROI really depends on your rate structure, your load profile, and your backup needs. But in most cases, payback lands between 5 to 7 years. Let's look at backup and resilience. Now, the value of resilience is really hard to measure until your power goes out. Now, the average US home experienced 7+ hours of outages in 2023, with areas like Texas and the Southeast seeing significantly more due to weather and grid failures. A battery that powers your fridge, lights, your router, and heat pump during a 12-hour outage, that's not a luxury. That's livability. In wildlife-prone states, batteries now qualify for additional rebates under programs like the California SGIP, New York's Value Stack, or in Massachusetts' Connected Solutions program. Let's look at a real case study with a New Jersey customer of mine. They made $52,000 in lifetime value. Here's how it worked. They installed an 8 kW system with a Franklin battery. Now, thanks to New Jersey's SREC program, increasing PSE&G rates and their backup needs, their system plus battery, which had a cost of $36,000, after the tax credits of 30%, dropped to $25,200. They had year one savings of $3,450, giving them a break-even of 7.3 years. 20-year net savings, $52,000. This isn't hypothetical. This is happening now with smart design and local knowledge. So why do solar batteries pay off faster than most people think? Because the value equation has changed. With TOU rates, shrinking net metering, rising tariffs, more frequent outages, now batteries provide multiple layers of value. Peak rate avoidance, backup during outages, export arbitrage, demand charge mitigation. And with the current federal tax credits and state incentives, you're covered from between 30 to 50% of the cost even before you flip the switch. If you're waiting for prices to drop, you'll probably end up paying more as there are fewer protections. The geopolitics are leading to higher prices coming back shortly. So if you're a homeowner spending more than $100 on electricity and you want to protect yourself from rising rates and outages and the changing policy landscape, now's the time to act. Reach out to me at mysolarhome.us for a free quote. I work with the top-rated battery brands and trusted installers across the country. I help you find the most financially sound, customized solution for your home. Call me directly at 609-908-3700 or email solar@mysolarhome.us and let me leave you with this top 5 best batteries of 2025 comparison that I did recently. Till the next time, have a great one.